I built an entire workshop that you can properly do work in out of free bits and cheap crap, but it works. I thought I'd show you my workshop and what I've got going on in here. This is what's been going on in here. My workshop is built out of, there's an old frame. If you see here, this metal frame is the frame that was a fabric building like this. See this stuff? It was a fabric building, right? When we got that storm that came in, it ripped it all apart. So I work for a sign company, so I went and got lots of signs from the skip at work. These are made out of dye bond. So they're not aluminium or anything, they're like plasticky stuff, but they're dye bond, fully waterproof, weather resistant and all that lot. So I made a roof out of signs I got out of the skip at work, overlapped them, and it's actually properly waterproof, like fully waterproof. It can handle the wind, and the weight of it seems to hold the workshop down. The side walls are just this corrugated stuff that I got it from a farm for I can't remember what I paid for it. It was cheap for a big pile. I've actually still got some left over down here. But anyway, yeah, so, and all the other bits and bobs are like, I'm just decorating it at the moment with signs that I've got whatever I find at work that's a bit interesting, I tend to just stick on the wall. All these signs. You see what I'm saying? All these different signs I get from work, I'm just decorating it with that. So yeah. I basically made a workshop for free, basically, out of an old thing I had. So, yeah. It works, though. It fully works as a workshop. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit thin, and I have to park one car against the side when I want to work on one side of the car, but you got to make do with what you got. Originally, this was an old garage. This floor is just, this is what I got a kneel on, right? This floor is falling apart. Look at the floor in my workshop, look. This is what I've got to work with. This is what I kneel on. Over here is just mud. This is just mud under here, like, and nastiness and wet. So, yeah. Like I say, I'm not a well-off YouTuber. So that, we've got over here, these gates I made out of just bits of wood. As you can see, I just made some gate and then put that on the front, but it locks up, it locks nicely. So that is in here. These lights on the ceiling were out of a skip, right? These lights came out of a skip, and they work. Just got them down here, plugged into an extension, and then see this workshop desk thing, this here. This, believe it or not, is a mid-century antique. This is porcelain tiles, not porcelain. These are tiles. This is like, and it was an expensive antique table that I had for a long time. I brought it in here. It's sturdy as hell. Look, this middle section comes out. It's actually, it's solid. It's got a solid base on it. I brought that in here. This here. This whole shelving unit is also, if you look closely, it's also an old antique book cabinet that I then screwed to the top of the table. Yep. This I got out the skip at work. It's missing the bottom bit, but it's all right to hold your stuff. This also I got from the skip at work, out of the metal skip. That came from the metal skip at work. Somebody chucked it away. Actually, no, sorry, no one was saying. That was actually the top of that. I've just remembered. That was bolted to the top of that, and I separated them. Put that there. This is from a car boot sale. This is also from a car boot sale. You see what I mean? I built an entire workshop that you can properly do work in out of free bits and cheap crap. But it works, right? You don't have to have money, you just got to have a brain to think about how can I build something. But let's have a look at my tools, shall we? Let's have a look at my tools, what I'm working with. Don't look at that pile down there. What we got going on up here in my tools section? We got impact things, we've got these are all, none of these are matching brands, but they work. But if I put them in order so they look good. In top drawers, I've got the stuff there. I've got the randoms in there. Then bits in there. Top drawer, we've got screwdrivers, all completely mismatched random screwdriver, but they're screwdrivers. Spanners. Oh yeah, spanners in there. Randoms, random bits and big chunky stuff in there. This is my bits and bobs area for tools that I might use and might not. There's a pipe cutter. We got a puller that also backs up as a robot hand. Never mind. We got brake clamps. We got all sorts. We got a clutch tool. We got lots of stuff going on in there. This is where I keep all my power tools and my batteries. This is where that in there. You got that there. I've got my hammers hanging up here. This shelf is for kind of like grease and meths and all different attachments I use in my drill. This shelf is for like sandpaper and tape. That's what I'm doing. This shelf is for car cleaning products and stuff like that, which actually that's actually meant to be up there. This is where I keep my various paints. This is where I keep my weird random stuff as well, like that. And I've got my battery charger should technically be in there, but you get what I'm saying. This seat here on my Golf, the driver's seat, is torn across here or here, wherever it is. I was given this seat by a good friend of mine. And my plan was, this is a passenger seat, my plan was to take the base off and change the seats over, but this is a left-hand drive, this is a passenger seat, so I think it's going to be easier for me to strip the seat, take the actual fabric off, and then put the fabric on the other seat. I think that would be easier. Over here we've got a workmate, which comes in handy all the time for when I'm doing wheels. I've got, and that was a car boot sale again. I've got a little step up thing there that I use to step up. You see what I'm saying? I've got my girlfriend's rubbish, that in here, my girlfriend's, that's my girlfriend's paperwork, and there's my girlfriend's flowers in here. I've got a trolley jack. I have a drift cart here. This thing's mad. It's electric fronted. You put your foot down and you fly around on it, and it's badass. It's really good. Anyway, that is my workshop. As you can see, it's got a decent size to it. Let me back up. You see what I'm saying? It's quite a decent size to the workshop. All made out of whatever I could find to use. We're talking, you know what I mean? Antique furniture and all sorts. So, and that is the view out of my workshop here. My car's right here. Here we are. And I've got my driveway is I have to park like this. It's a slopey driveway. It's a bit windy today. I've got my Golf there, I've got my Volvo there, all pointed down on the driveway. Got my little caravan. This is going to be getting built soon. This will be getting built soon. So yeah, I need to sort out the inside of that. I don't know if you can see in there. But what a nice sunny day. There's my son's motorbike, which is just a bane of my life. I'm so sick of fixing that thing. So sick of fixing it. But there we have it. See you in the next one.